All right, so we've just crossed the bridge area. We're headed into Ballard proper, and just gonna ride this bad boy home. Takeaways: really nice road bike, really versatile. You know, when you're reviewing a bike, it's like it's difficult because any real bike that you ride with any regular fashion, it'll take you a few weeks to really make it yours, but out the bat, fits really well. Fits really nice, really stoked with it. And we're gonna go and head on back to the pad and get this footage into the computers and start working on finishing this project. All right, my lovers, thank you for watching my bike build. We're gonna talk about the brand new Poseidon Triton. Now, I'm not sure when the original version of this bike came out, but I've seen videos of this dating back to 2018. So if you know that it came out earlier than that, please get in the comment section, let me know. This bike though, it's completely revamped from its original version. It is now a through axle disc brake. Just to let you know, this is not a paid promotion. I love the Poseidon company. I reached out to Lewis. I asked him if he would be interested in collaborating, and he got back to me and said, hey, like your videos, I'm gonna give you a shot. This is more of an overview than a review per se, because I'm biased. I like their company, so, you know, I like this bike, but that's not really what this video is about. It's just kind of telling you why you would want it, who would it be good for, some of the features on it that are standout features. Let's get it. So you're gonna get an aluminum frame with a carbon fork. The frame has a lifetime warranty, standard measurements in terms of the seat post and everything for a road bike. You're gonna get a tubeless-compatible aluminum alloy wheel set that is equipped with Maxxis Pursuer tires, 32 millimeters. The group set is a mechanical group set. It is a 2x10 Microshift Sword. The crankset is a 50-34 with a pretty nice cassette at the back at 11-38. It's gonna be able to tackle all the hills, all the climb if you live in a hilly area. People who would be interested in this bike would be people who are looking for an endurance bike, and they want something that's maybe in between a few categories. I would categorize this bike as an all-road bike. You can do endurance riding on it. If you're gravel curious, if you ride cyclocross, if you're a triathlete, it's a more sporty bike with a more slammed stem. Now, it's not completely slammed, but if you're used to upright riding, then I would say this is a more aggressive position to be in. I'm gonna talk about the strengths of this bike. I would say versatility. You can use it for multiple use cases, especially if you have just one bike and you want to kind of try a few different disciplines. This will be able to help you with that. The components are excellent. The Microshift Sword shifts really well. The compressionless housing makes the braking really nice, because some of the complaints in the past with mechanical brakes is that the braking is not good. I live in a hilly area. You need good braking in order to feel confident going downhill. I would say it gives you that confidence. The affordability of the bike, the shorter chain stays than my gravel bike means the handling is a lot more improved, or it's just different, right? If you're trying to be a little bit more nimble, I'd say it's good for that. The gear ratio, it's excellent for beginners. It's an excellent climber. And because the handling is good, you'd think you might lose some stability, but the stability and the braking are really good, so it makes it good at going downhill without getting too scared or too nervous. Gives you a lot of confidence on the downhill, especially for a road bike. The decent weight for aluminum. I'd say one of the crowning features of this bike is the beautiful welded joints on this bike. They just look so amazing. The finish of them is great. It has this nice satin black color. The bike shipped to me pretty fast. The customer service is excellent, and the tubeless-compatible wheel set is definitely a plus. Some of the weaknesses, or you could consider them weaknesses, maybe not, is maybe it's a jack of all trades, maybe a master of none. There are no bosses for the bike on the back, so nothing that you can screw in a bike rack. Doesn't mean you couldn't have a bike rack on it, but it's not geared towards that. There isn't any holes for the fenders either, but you could still get a set of fenders on it. The welded braze-on means, you know, the bike is what it is. If you wanted to convert it to a one-by, you could, but it seems like it is made for what it is. You could consider this a weakness or not. It's hybrid as far as the internal routing. It doesn't route in through the headset, it routes in through the down tube. So I know if you're someone who watches Pathless Pedal, they're probably gonna prefer that, but if you wanted the most aero thing in the world, the most aerodynamic thing, probably putting the housing in the headset would probably make it slightly more aero, but it's not really a big deal. All the tools that you'll need to assemble the bike come with it. It comes with a set of plastic pedals. If you're a beginner, that'll work fine. If you're someone who's used to riding and you have extra parts lying around, that would be, a great place to, put your personal touches on it. Ultimately over time, if you wanted to upgrade the wheel set, this bike would, take a nice upgrade on a wheel set. If you wanted to turn it tubeless, you could do that. You could get it gravel ready so that you can go off road. Me personally, as a personal preference, I would get probably narrower handlebars, especially as it's a more sporty bike and I'm not looking to carry too much stuff on the handlebars. Maybe get a little handlebar bag on it or something like that. So you have to realize that, if this is going to be a more aggressive riding position than a gravel bike. I can show you the differences in geometry, and the shorter chainstay just makes it super nimble and agile, meaning this is a great value for someone looking for a bike that you're not trying to, break the bank, but you want something that's going to last you for a long time. Aluminum bikes, as long as you don't get too crazy and crash them, especially a road bike that's just going to stay upright mostly, it's going to last you a long time. The group set is amazing. The braking performance is amazing. The stock tires that it comes with, the 32 millimeters, just give you more of that confidence on the run. I guess, especially if this is your first road style bike, I would say if you're used to riding mountain bikes and gravel bikes, then you want to go wider on the tires, and so this bike will allow you to go 40 millimeters maximum in the front, 37 in the back, depending on the tire brand. So great value. Putting it together was awesome. My bike reviews, I tend to go on and on, so I've made a shorter review this time. It is kind of more of an overview, but I also have a longer version of this that I'll be releasing just to say all the things that I want to say. I've trying to keep it down because I think anything over 12 minutes is, most people are not going to listen to that for a bike review. So check out the Poseidon site. Go ahead and send them an email. Any questions you have about the bike, please get in the comment section, let me know, or just, contact the company themselves. Like I said, this isn't paid promotion or anything. This is just like me having a love of bikes and them sending me the bike because they think that I could make a decent enough video for them. So thank you so much, my lovers. We'll talk soon. I'm going to be coming out with more videos, and thank you for listening. So this 10-speed Microshift Sword, it does have a clutch. It just clutch on, clutch off, locked.